Veterans Voice is a show that connects veterans and active members of the military to qualified guests who help you find programs and benefits you qualify for and discuss housing, education, career training, and other topical matters. Every show addresses issues that affect your life. Each week, Veterans Voice will begin with a story from one of our veterans about his or her experiences in the military. We want to thank these veterans for sharing these stories with us. Call in and share your experience. 781-837-4900. And now, a voice from one of our veterans.
Well, we do have one further appointment with Veterans Agent Ted Mulvehill and Mr. Charles DuQuette, Employment and Training Resource Veterans Services Representatives.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. We apologize for the delay.
We would be remiss if we didn't use Charlie's line, we'll just go with the flow.
Go with the flow. You only change what you can change.
It's interesting, I was at a MWRA meeting of Veterans Appreciation. I got to meet all those guys
Thank you, sir.
as a speaker.
Thank you, sir. First of all, thank you very much for inviting us in, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Mr. Carroll, staff, crack staff. For the record, my name is Ted Mulvehill. I'm honored to be appointed by this body as the Director of Veteran Services for the town of Norwood. And with me is my dear friend and colleague, Charles DuQuette from Department of Employment and Training, One Stop Career Center. And I thought I'd give the board, not necessarily the board since you're my appointing authority, you know what I do, but I think some of the viewers outside or watching on at home who are not town meeting members may not have an overview of the functions of our office and our mission. So I thought I'd just start briefly with that, sir, with your permission, and then
Absolutely.
turn it over to Charlie. Thank you, sir. Late 1860s, after the Civil War was ended, our Union soldiers were returning to the Commonwealth, standing on the street corners, homeless, begging for alms, indigent. And at that time, in their incredible foresight and wisdom, the great General Court of the Commonwealth said, you know what, we have to take care of these guys in a special way. They just saved our nation. They saved our Union. And so they did. And so what they did was establish Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 115. And what that states is, no honorably discharged veteran in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts shall ever stand in a welfare line. They come to us individual veteran service officers for confidential, respectful, and individual financial assistance. So in other words, we keep the veterans out of the welfare lines. We give them direct financial aid. Now, having said that, the mission has expanded over the course of these many years. The Chapter 115 general laws were amended by the Acts of 1947. And our mission statement at this point in time stands, it's paraphrasing Abraham Lincoln's second inaugural address, to care for he who has borne the battle, for his widow and for his orphan. So not only are the veterans of the Commonwealth eligible for these state benefits, so are their spouses or their widows or their orphans. So we have a broad spectrum now of client base, in addition to the almost 500,000 veterans in the Commonwealth, but almost 600,000 dependents as well. It's unique to Massachusetts. In the United States, no other state has this program of state benefits and assisting veterans in this remarkably caring and compassionate way. We are the undisputed leader in terms of state benefits nationally. We're the envy of all of the other 49 states relative to the way we treat our veterans here in Massachusetts, and we're very proud of that fact. Our office is full-time, 40 hours a week. We're downstairs in the building. Any veterans or spouses or widows of veterans that have any questions, they're encouraged, please to call our office, and we're happy to help them in any way possible. Additionally, we help folks process federal claims through the VA, get them enrolled in VA healthcare systems, education benefits, housing, clothing, disabled needs, things of that nature. It's a full-service shop, and we like to call it the tip of the spear relative to our services. 15 years on the job now, my office changed dramatically, and had 911 had a major impact on it. All of a sudden, we were making more new veterans and are making them every day when the office went from peacetime to wartime status. So that's had a tremendous impact on the services that we offer as well. And we're very proud to say that we've kept pace with the increasing number of young men and women who are returning from the battlefields across the world, and we're giving them the very best possible individual, respectful, and confidential service. As I said, it's a one-stop shop. Having said that, I'd like to introduce you to my colleague Charles DuQuette, who works at the one-stop shop at the old Junior High North for the Department of Employment and Training. Conversely, our relationship between these two offices is one of symbiosis. In other words, if a veteran comes to me for education benefits or VA or health care or anything like that, we take care of them. If a veteran or a family member comes to me for employment issues and looking for work, I send them up to Charlie. Conversely, if Charlie has a guy that comes in looking for work, he helps him. If he has a guy come in looking for financial assistance, he sends him down to me. So these two offices have worked incredibly well. Charlie is probably the 5th veterans representative that has gone through the doors up there, and by far and away he's the most compassionate and effective manager in that position. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Charlie and have him tell you about what his function is.
Okay, thank you. So I'd like to introduce myself. Sir or ma'am, Master Sergeant DuQuette, 25 years in the Marine Corps, hasn't affected me one bit, sir or ma'am.
Hoorah.
Marine Corps has a little bit of effect on me. And all our vets, and Ted will tell you, and you know too. By the way, first of all, I'd like to thank you, Paul, Mr. Chairman, for coming down and actually doing a site visit. I think you got a lot out of it, and we had a good exchange of ideas. And like Ted said, not only is the state a leader, but I think Norwood is a leader. And it's a leader in many different ways in the veteran space. We frequently have and host, right at the Norwood Career Center, repeatedly, Norfolk County Veterans Advisor Council meetings, which all the VSOs around get involved, all our veteran service provider, the VA has a presence there, and we just exchange ideas so that we can get the best practices moving forward, and we can pick up the phone and Ted, Bob, Mike, and call people, and it happens. We have a network of networks. But my technical title is Disability Veterans Outreach Specialist. As you can see, that's a DVOP. As you see, the government is not too good at branding. What they call me locally is a Veterans Employment Representative, which kind of codifies it and simplifies what we actually do. And I would just like to say, as Ted pointed out, when it comes to employment or training or anything like that, we have the employment and training resources right at the One Stop Career Center. And actually, we have provided supportive services to help vets to get on their road to success, and that was the title of the cooperative program that we did at Norwood Public Access TV, and I'd like to thank them directly that they actually got the start of what we have now as the Veterans Voice Network. It's a radio and TV network, and we're coming on our 2nd year anniversary. And in that theme, I would like to basically offer an open, as the co-producer of the Veterans Voice Network, offer an open invitation for 1 hour of free airtime on WATD 95.9 FM, your South Shores radio station. So probably recognize me from radio. But so I would like to offer that so that we can let other people know. And the good thing is veterans are not limited by geographical area. They can go to any one of our 32 one-stop career centers. But we have vets that come for employment and training resources from all over all our greater Boston area and Metro Southwest 43 towns and cities and beyond. Because as a businessman, you know, it's word of mouth marketing and knowing that you're going to get the services of a high quality nature that draws anybody to have repeat business. And that's what we really look forward to. And we work as the only integrated, collaborative, team-based career center in the Commonwealth, which puts us way ahead of all of the other career centers that now they're changing the regulation, and guess what? They want more collaborative. So the former Governor Mitt Romney, in an interview about the one-stop career centers, commented, "It's the state's best kept secret. Now, I'm not a marketing guru, but I don't think that's a real good slogan to use, you know what I mean? But the sad part about it is, it's kind of still the best kept secret. We were working the Norwood Day, and I just randomly said, I'm going to interview longtime residents of Norwood and ask them the same questions. And I said, do you know who the veteran service agent or officer is? And a lot of the people, oh yeah, Ted. Do you know where he works? Yeah, the town hall. But sad to say, I asked them, who's the Veterans Employment Rep in Norwood? And I'm asking them, I didn't know we had one. Well, where does he work? Center Street? And they didn't even know about the Career Center existed. Nobody knew, out of 25 longtime residents. And that's across the state. We don't do that much of a great job. And that's why I think we need this information and communication and partnering to really get the people to know what we've done. And also, that is why we have the Veterans Voice Network, because veterans are literally dying from lack of information. We lose 22 veterans, death by suicide, every day on average in the United States. But you don't hear that on the news, do you? So, and that's grossly underreported. So the veterans definitely need a voice. Ted does give them a voice. He gives them the services. And it's such a blessing to have a good partnership like this in a town that cares. And we are a service center of excellence, if you would. And it can't be the best kept secret in the state. And we want to partner with you even more so that we can keep that leadership position. And also, we reach out to the employers. We have Mass BizWorks, which is employer engagement. So we are now focusing on the job seekers, but also what do your business need to not only succeed, but to grow. And we have a lot of different OJT programs where they'll pay 50 to 90% of an eligible job seeker or veteran that's eligible for the first 6 months, 50 to 90%. We have grants for training, any additional training that you might need, they could pay up to 50%, and many, many other things. But we have a good business service team here and a relationship, I think the best in the state. And also, I just want to end in one note, we're the only career center with an Iraqi war veteran, Nick Charbonneau, who is Norwood Career Center manager just recently, actually when you came
Actually,
by.
I thought he'd be here tonight.
Yeah, he couldn't make it because they had a lot of, you know how meetings are. And so because of that, he couldn't make it, but I told him, I said, I'll make an honorable shout out for you. And that's significant, the only career, and that's going to add more credibility because veterans are it's word of mouth. And veterans telling other veterans where to get the bread is going to actually help our symbiotic relationship.
Mr. DuQuette, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.